Northern politicians are having sleepless nights over President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I repeat, Northern politicians are having sleepless nights over President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are afraid that if he wins the 2027 presidential election, he might restructure Nigeria. And this is what the Fulani does not want to hear. They don't hear restructuring. They are afraid that he was able to colonize Lagos, and he got to presidency and he is colonizing everybody. They are shocked at the kind of politics that Tinubu is playing in Nigeria today, especially the Fulani oligarchy. Northern politicians are now brandishing the CPC flag. CPC is a party created by Buhari. Yes, CPC is a party created by Buhari and some Northern Fulani conk cabal politicians. In their offices, there's a picture that was sent to me. A picture where you see some of these Northern politicians, they are brandishing their flag. Somebody says on Twitter, servant of Allah says, it seems our old colors are back in style. It seems our old colors are back in style. Now he's brandishing the CPC party flag behind the Nigerian flag. See, I told you that the Fulani will never ever back down on making sure that they fight Tinubu tooth and nail. You can see they are having sleepless nights, looking for alliance, left, right, center. I don't know the kind of politics that Tinubu has played over the past, but I know he has done one thing. He has put fear in the minds of these Fulanis, those that call themselves born to rule. Most of them are afraid. Even El-Rufai does not know what to say. If he says this one, he will say another one. If he says another one, he will say a different thing. Now, different people have said that Tinubu will win 2027 elections. Different people have said it. I've said it countless number of times. The last election between Tinubu and Obi, I supported Obi. Yes, because I've told you I can't support a Tinubu. No, I can't support. When you look at good governance, the real good governance, democracy, I don't think Tinubu can offer good governance. He can only play partisan politics. He can only empower a certain number of people. It's just like the colonial days. Some people will be slaves, while some people will be enjoying. He can build infrastructure and position a certain class of people. But I'm looking for somebody that, just like China, everybody is benefiting. In China, everybody is benefiting from the government. Unlike some societies whereby we have the elite and we have the other people that are slaves. So the kind of governance Tinubu is bringing to the table is that of class, the rich and the poor. Whether you are Igbo, Hausa, or Yoruba, that is one of the reasons, among other reasons, I will not support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government. But that politics of trying to muzzle opposition, trying to put Ogbara in the camp of his opposition group, I think Tinubu has a first class, an emeritus in playing that kind of opposition. So these northern people, they are shocked. They have not been like rattled by any southern president at all. They thought they were going to give Tinubu the Jonathan treatment. Most people from the southwest are telling them that Tinubu is not Jonathan. You cannot give Tinubu Jonathan treatment. If you try it, you will burn yourself. Tinubu seems to be invincible. I can give him that. Tinubu is a politician, is a typical Nigerian politician. He can play Nigerian politics. Although Nigerian politics is not the standard globally. It is not the standard. But evil politics, mago politics, politics of corruption, politics of Maradona, he can play it. And that's not the politics that will benefit you and I. But let's just give him that he can play that politics. So these guys are daydreaming. You are brandishing the CPC flag. Remember, CPC, Congress for Progressive Change, and ACN Action Congress of Nigeria came together with other parties, ABGA, NPDP, and other parties, and formed the APC. Yes, they formed the APC. So my problem with the CPC is that why is it that they are restless over this Tinubu regime? Why? Why is it that they are restless? Their CPC faction, the CPC faction under Buhari, ruled and ruled anyhow. Even the way they even treated the Tinubu, the way they treated Tinubu, Buhari said himself knows the way he treats Tinubu. That's why he doesn't even want to get involved in one or two things. If he's going to play that partisan politics, he's not going to come out openly and play it. Buhari cannot come out and tell us that he's supporting El-Rufai openly. It is not going to be good for him, because you see, Tinubu does not care if the half of northern Nigeria, if let half of northern Nigeria go for him to become president. I will repeat myself. I've told you before. This presidency of a thing, that is number one on Tinubu's mind. Not governance, presidency. I want to become the president. I want to expand my political horizon. People that don't have less than 20 years to enjoy this life. 15, 20 years for them to enjoy, even if they are enjoying in the next 10 years. Maybe the Tinubu will be 80. What? But yet, that is his number one. So if you are going to stand in his way, man, he's going to crush you. He wasn't the commander-in-chief under Buhari that he did all those Maradona politics and whatsoever. He planted people here, left, right, and center. And he has been planning this for a very long time. It seems he knew he was going to be president. So he wasn't commander-in-chief. Buhari never wanted him to be president. When they formed the CPC, the chairman of that party was Buba Galadima. The same Buba Galadima, who was chairman of the CPC that Buhari formed, came out and said that Buhari never wanted Tinubu to win the primaries. He came out and said it. Somebody who was in the CPC faction. So, even with Buhari who never wanted Tinubu, they were able to catch Buhari, and Tinubu came out successful in the primaries, and he also won the election according to INEC, according to the corrupt agencies we have in Nigeria. So, if the Fulani would not give up, I know they will not give up. They are not used to giving up at all. You need to understand who a Fulani is. You see that, I've said it before, I'll repeat it. If you allow Tinubu win the 2027 elections, if you allow Tinubu win the elections, what he will do, people are shocked though. People are shocked that a certain president would a Jonathan try what Tinubu is doing. Okay, let's say Peter Obi wins the election. Will Peter Obi try what Tinubu is doing? Tinubu captured Lagos. He knows that Lagos is the nerve center, is the heart of Nigeria, whether you like it or not. Lagos is closer to the sea. Lagos have most infrastructures. Lagos investors, international airports, the Lekki Deep, Apapa Seaport, the Lekki Deep Seaport, and what have you. Lagos is literally Nigeria. There's no state in Nigeria that is not represented in Lagos. So he had that target patiently. He had to capture Lagos. And however, reportedly, allegedly, let's use the word allegedly, he was able to use the I will not use funds or finance, was able to use Lagos to finance himself to capture other states in the southwest, using those other states to get to the top. So he has a foundation, a backing. Tell me one reason why I know that Tinubu will not succeed as a president or as Awolowo, who had a legacy, is because the foundation he built it on corruption. And it is foolish for some people to think that you build a foundation on corruption, you are going to make something good out of a corrupt foundation. No, you cannot. You cannot. That is why, look at Ibori. Ibori in Delta State is rooting for the APC. In fact, Delta State now, the next election, APC will take over Delta State. That is the politics Jagaban is playing. Look at the person of Ibori. Look at all the criminalities surrounding Ibori. Look, these people you see, would they be thinking good of the people? Somebody like a character like Ibori, a character like Akpabio, a character like Ganduje, with those people at the corridor of power, are you seeing light at the end of the tunnel? Everything is bamboozled. The normal way things have been going, enriching themselves, expanding their horizon, bringing in their children going about slave Nigerians. Look at how useless an average Nigerian is. Intellectually useless. Skills, you don't get skill. Coming out to express himself. Go to the streets. You have these leaders, the kind of leaders you believe that can cause a change, that can develop a society, that can make Nigerians better. Under their leadership, go on the streets and an average Nigerian, engage an average Nigerian student or political science student on any topic, hear what they will say. They cannot express themselves. Except those ones that are not, there are some students that can express themselves. But you look at the number, out of your 100%, over 90% of students that have gone through this system created by Tinubu and co, you can see Nigerians are becoming useless. It is only them and their children. 90% of their children don't go to Nigerian schools, don't go to Nigerian universities. Most of those people in power, they don't patronize your hospitals, they don't patronize your school, they don't patronize anything in your system. Their children and family, most of them are abroad. So these are the leaders you believe that can cause a change. And you tell me I should support a Tinubu? I've told you the reason why I'm just supporting him is because of that restructuring. Trying to take the Fulani out of the equation. Because the Fulani will fight him. I know that at the end of the day, after Tinubu's 8 years, the Southwest politicians want to play that game of we are still one. The Fulani will not take it. Mark it. We know how the Southwest politicians play their game. If I say Southwest politicians, I'm not talking about all Southwest politicians. After Tinubu dealing with them, they want to come and say, okay, Buhari did his own. We have done our own. 1-1. No fight. Let's continue our relationship. The Fulani will they never forgive. Instead, they will make sure that after the 8 years of the North, since that's the system we have all agreed, because sometimes after the 8 years of the North, they will not want a Yoruba person to come as president again. I don't think after 8 years of the North. That's my opinion. The Fulani will pay back. That's why I'm saying the Tinubu himself should restructure the country. If they want us to give them advice on restructuring, my brother, these guys at the top, these guys in power know more than me and you. They know more than me and you. Restructuring, they know what to do to restructure. They have been at the corridors. They have been to different places. They know the boundaries. They have headed agencies. They know what it takes to restructure Nigeria. It is not me that will come and be advising them on what they need to do to restructure Nigeria. They know what to do. Now Tinubu has taken charge of everything. This is not democracy. You are not practicing democracy in Nigeria. It is not a government of the masses. It is a government of the people, the politicians. The people there, you need to explain the people. The politicians. That's why I said, school in Nigeria, you just see people don't think out of the box. If they ask what is democracy, a lecturer will fail you if you give further explanation. Some lecturers will fail you if you explain further that democracy is a government of political actors, privileged political actors, which are the politicians. Some people will expect you, okay, the people. No. Democracy in Nigeria is a government of privileged political actors. So it's not a government of, so you are not Have you seen a democracy whereby the people cannot criticize, cannot protest, are afraid to come out and protest? The people are uncertain whether they will get justice, equity, and whatsoever. No. Now that Tinubu has been able to colonize the Senate, colonize the House of Reps, colonize everything, he has what it takes to restructure the country, make the assembly, the National Assembly, do his bidding on passing some laws. Little by little, we have gotten local government. Local government will be having their funds. Little by little. And one of the reasons why you see that thing happening in River State is because he wants to be able to, the powerhouse of the South. Powerhouse of the South, we have Port Harcourt, that is River State and Lagos. He wants to make sure that he captures River State and Lagos. He wants to make sure he captures Delta State, is another powerhouse. He's going to capture Akwa Ibom. You see the Akwa Ibom State governor. You hear what he said? He said that nothing will stop Tinubu from 8 years. I've told you, whether a pastor, that one is a pastor. Look at Middle Belt, earlier. That one is a reverend father. The one in Akwa Ibom is a pastor. So when we start talking about pastors in Nigeria, you say you don't have to talk to people. Pastors that are sabotaging the lives, the destiny, that are acting as witches and wizards. Pastors that are acting as witches and wizards to the progress of the people. When the Bible told us, suffer not the witch to live. If like, let the witch be answering pastor or reverend father. Bible has told us, suffer not the witch to live. So if you are going that road, we know how we can defend ourselves. So Pastor Eno, all this saying Tinubu is going to, is campaigning for Tinubu 2 years old. He's not telling the people what he has done in the state. It is not even verifiable. We cannot even confirm what he has done in the state. They are busy threatening people that are trying to criticize them. They are busy trying to use police to harass people. A pastor. Now talk of what the Reverend Father did. Reverend Father in Benue State earlier. Reverend Father. So what Tinubu is doing, he is solidifying the base, his southern base. So that 2027 he is going to flawlessly beat everybody. He's solidifying his southern base. I'm telling you. And Tinubu is not saying, I have gotten this, I have gotten this. No, he's not saying so. He's not saying so. He will continue. Even if he knows that he has destroyed opposition, he will continue solidifying himself. Because you don't know, anybody can spring any surprise. The surprise the Labour Party sprung shocked the structures, the criminal structures of the APC in Lagos State. Shocked them to the bone and marrow. So if he's able to solidify the Southwest, then the Fulani North, he will make sure that the Middle Belt is also convert the Middle Belt. I told you, the beginning of this year, one of the first broadcasts I made, Alex Otti is going to APC. Let's watch. Now, Labour Party has told Obi, we will give you 2 days, 48 hours to reconcile with Abure. If you do not reconcile with Abure, we are going to expel Obi from the party. So it means Obi will be partyless. That is a memo that they have given the Abure. Obi will be partyless. If Obi is partyless, Alex Otti is partyless, where do you think Alex Otti is going to? He came from APC, so he will be going back to APC. His brother, Benjamin Kalu, has threatened, has told him, no more Labour Party. It's APC. Let's talk about that. Delta State is going to be APC. The strongholds. Anambra, Soludo is living on borrowed time. Soludo is going to seek the favors of the president and the APC. This is a system, just look at the system. Everybody is like a slave to the president. That is what we all accept. That's what we all support. I'm not part of Yusha. So, Soludo is going to use his 8 years. They will conclude that he's going to use his 8 years. And after his 8 years, APC will want to step in. Abga will be dead when APC steps in Anambra State. You see how APC is creeping into all the states, taking over everywhere. Those people that are making out. Anambra, this and that. You will see before your eyes. Before your eyes, they entered Imo. Imo, the warrior state. The Gragra, the Ishike state. They entered Ebonyi state. It's only Enugu, Abia, and Anambra that remain. APC taking over 2 states in the southeast. They will take over Anambra state after Soludo's reign. They will take over Anambra state. They will also take over Abia state. The only thing they need to do is to destroy Labour Party. Make sure that Peter Obi and Alex Otti is partyless in Labour Party. That's what they need to do. I've told you before that whatever Tinubu is doing, he's not doing it. He's not carrying people along. He's carrying his structure of criminality along. If he can win the government can influence whatsoever, because Nigerians are much more stupid than ever before in the history of Nigeria. Much more ignorant, much more foolish, much more stupid. You can see from Rivers State, this certain woman for Fubara, this certain woman for Wike, or for the Rivers State administrator. And when you see those women on the streets, when they are talking, you think, say, this one gets sense. But generally, collectively, they are foolish. So they know that Nigerians are foolish. All they need to do is to capture the structure of those states. If they can capture the structure of those states, they can win elections. They don't care. They can share money during elections. And the foolish people, the slaves, Nigerian slaves with their voters card, who have no mind of their own, you just use them, just like a shepherd and sheep. Anywhere the shepherd say go, the sheep will go. So that's what Tinubu is using. He will solidify the Southwest, and will make sure that he achieves that next year. He will solidify his vote in the Southwest. He's going to get nothing less than 4 million or 5 million votes from the Southwest. Labour Party, I'm watching what Labour Party will do. They may spring a surprise, but as we speak now, the weapon fashion against Obi is Aburi. The weapon fashion against Alex Otti is Aburi. They want to make sure that Peter Obi is partyless so that they can carry on with what they are doing. May God help Nigerians. It's so unfortunate.